Tell somebody else, say, run on, run on. Don't care how crazy it looks. Run on. Listen.
You can't give up now. You have come too far. You have worked too hard for this. You can't give up. What you need to do is run on, run on, run on, run on.
Soul Messengerz, help me say it.
You can't give up now.
Come too far.
You have come too far.
You work too hard for this.
You have worked too hard for this.
You can't give up.
You can't give up. What you need to do is run on.
Y'all tell somebody, tell them, run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Say it again.
Run on.
So much to say it again. You
Can't give up
now.
now.
You come too far.
You have come too far.
Soul Messengerz, tell them, you work too hard for this.
You have worked too hard for this.
Tell them, you can't give up.
You can't give up.
Now tell them what you need to do is just
run on. Run on.
run on.
Run on. Run on.
The Soul Messengerz, tell them this word. Tell them you worked.
You worked.
You prayed.
You prayed.
You were patient.
You were patient.
Through the pain.
Through the pain.
And tell them you are here.
You are here.
By God's grace.
By God's grace.
And there's so much more.
And there's so much more.
That's ahead.
That's ahead.
And tell somebody you can't give up.
Can't give up.
Now
You
you come too far. Yes, you
have come too far.
Put your hand in somebody's hand and tell them you work too hard for this. Yes, you
Have worked too hard
for this.
for this.
Tell somebody you can't give up. No.
Can't
No.
give up.
Then look at somebody real good and tell them what you need to do is run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Run on.
Do it again. Run on.
Run on.
Then look at somebody and tell them you work.
You work.
You pray.
You prayed.
You were patient.
You were patient.
Through the pain.
Through the pain.
And you are here.
You are here.
By God's grace.
By God's grace.
And there's so much
And
more.
there's so much more.
That's ahead.
That's ahead.
Encourage somebody and tell them you can't can't give up.
Can't give up
Oh, I see y'all out there. I see you.
now.
Tell them you come too far. Yes, you have.
Have come too far.
Come on, encourage someone tonight and tell them you work too hard for this. Yes, you have.
Have worked too hard
For this,
for this.
you can't give up. No, no,
Can't
no.
give up.
What you need to do is run on,
Run on,
run on.
run on,
Lord have mercy. Run on,
run on,
run on.
run on,
Yeah, yeah. Run on,
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 run on, run on, run on. Grab someone by the hand and tell them, run on, run on, run on, run on. Don't you give up. Run on, run on, run on. Be not weary in well doing. You're gonna reap if you don't faint. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. Don't throw in the towel. Keep the faith. Run on. Don't get tired. Don't give up. Run on. Run on. Listen, 'cause you can't give up now. You come too far. You work too hard for this. You can't give up. What you need to do is run on. Lift up your hands if you're gonna run on. Tell somebody, keep on running, keep on running. I don't care what it look like. Keep on running. The race is not given. Mother Giles told me this. The race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but he that endured. I said, he that endured. He that endured. Is there anybody here that's gonna hold on? Lift up your hand and let the world know, I'm gonna hold on. It may get rough, it may get tough, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna keep on running. I'm gonna keep on running. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on. Run on. Run on. Lift your hands and give God praise all over the building. Come on, give God worship all over the building. In 2022, I dropped my baby girl off at Frostburg University, and I got a phone call from my doctor, and he told me, Mr. Coley, you have prostate cancer. And I said, okay. And he told me, he said, what you want to do? He said, you want to have surgery? You want us to do chemo? He said, or do you want us to just watch it? It was a small amount of cancer. And Eric, I told them, I said, you know what, let's just watch it. Because while they were watching the cancer, I was watching God. During that time, I also get diagnosed with sarcoidosis. And I have to take a pill for sarcoidosis every day. Sometimes it affects my voice. I can't quite hit those notes the way I used to hit it because sarcoidosis and that medicine affects my vocal cords. But I just keep on running. Meanwhile, I go back to the doctor, and Pastor Rose, they do another biopsy on me. And do the biopsy, and I waited for the results. And the doctor called me and said, Mr. Coley, you know, that prostate cancer diagnosis, we looked and we looked again and there's, Lord have mercy, there's no sign of cancer. Someone said, well, Pastor Coley, what happened? I tell you two things. I changed my diet and I prayed. You'll be surprised if you just change your appetite and you just pray what God can do. I dare somebody right now to just give God praise for what you're about to do in these next few months. You're going to make some changes and you're going to pray and you're going to watch God and you're going to watch God. You're going to run on. You're going to keep on running. High five somebody, say, I'm going to keep on running. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to throw in a towel. I'm going to keep on. Is there anybody here? Is there any? I don't got no witness in the house. If you're going to run on, jump up on your feet right now. Lift up your hand and say, I've come too far to turn around. Run on. Run on, run on, run on, run on. There's some healing taking place in this section right here. I dare somebody that need healing in this section right here to lift up your hands and watch God. Watch God do. Watch God do. Watch God. Won't He do it? Won't He do it? Put your hand in somebody's hand. Hold that hand. Don't hold it like a dead fish, but hold that hand like you got the Holy Ghost. And say, neighbor, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what keeps you up at night. I don't know what's getting on your nerves. But one thing that I do know, you and I, we're gonna keep on running. We're gonna keep on running. We're gonna, yeah! Run on.